Wow, greetings. Yeah, I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I'd go on a strike against her for my rights.
Okay.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet Graffiso action pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Yeah, you like art, Kuno?
Fuck no, art shit.
Water, ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
Would you say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Or something.
Ooh, pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes.
Oh.
Written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it.
Probably should have found this a while ago, but you know, whatever.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor.
Oh.
Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Ooh.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Oh.
But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases. Undertaken. Not completed, mind you.
There.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Burned out, alright.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Oof.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you?
Ooh.
No, you don't. You're a human measuring instrument. Almost entirely intellectual.
Can I have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man?
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too.
Seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to
Ray
him?
spiked through the head.
Whoa!
It was a workplace accident.
The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
It.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world, for new people. And it is too late for us.
Fair.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. And the rest
Look
of
at
it,
that clipboard.
it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission.
Wow.
Which is-
Smell it.
It smells of chewing gum. Apricot flavored. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped,
Maybe not.
round letters in a woman's hand. "Harry," it begins. "You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please."
Reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. "Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me," it says, "I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, no, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything alright?
Fall sideways. Who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
There an X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's deliciousness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil.
What a
Cold
fucking
water runs
mood.
down your chin.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration. What happened?
In contact with the burned out ruins of the past?
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Nod.
Good.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Press start
The
engine.
dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice King
What?
comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Seems like a shithole.
It has its problems.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's see.
Oh.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's
Oof.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished.
Damn.
You've got, wow, more than 200.
That a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
See Kim, I told you I was a superstar.
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame.
You ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Let's try it.
It's the
Hi again, Gendarme.
It's the sports.
Wow.
Again, Gendarme.
Come on.
It's the
What?
sports.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
This is statistically improbable.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Come on.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Are you part of a homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yeah, they do.
We're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishul have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. Okay, I gotta think about it.
Do think about it, officer.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now.
Like partners in crime?
No, because in this thought experiment, we're all police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry.
Huh, that was... Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. Horrible. Truly horrible.
Why not? I'd really like to hear about some of those juicy cryptids you've studied. Could you tell me about a couple?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Okay, what is this bird?
Eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of
Holy shit.
11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Yeah. Until
it was sighted by renowned Gottwaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21. Then, the Teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
8-eyed mind controlling bird? Fuck yeah!
Absolutely, sweetie.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So was that the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes.
Oh.
But there are new...
Gravity anomaly. Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
What's the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla, on the Boreal Plateau.
What's so special about it?
The bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably
It's pretty
estimate.
cool.
Certainly from before recorded history. Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
What? Wait, she injected herself with it?
Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she
It kind of is, though.
It's actually a little hard to see.
You mean there's an immortal geologist wandering the world?
Yes, and she's quite mad, too.
System.
The square bullet hole murders.
She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
What?
That's all you got.
What?
From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Homosexual underground. Internalize. What
Go ahead, ask me
is
anything.
blah blah?
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
So we've been making this joke for years now that actually we all died in 2012 and this is hell. And you know, some days we think that might be more real than we'd hope. Maybe that's just living in a or late stage capitalist society. Sideways, what shape is the world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day.
Wait, is Elysium a flat world? Great Corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
My god, wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
Hell, and what do you mean? Corona? Oh no! Disco Elysium predicted a coronavirus.
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet.
I said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Him!
Of course, Lieutenant.
Him, go away.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Him, can I talk to the man alone for a second?
Fine.
Now what is a pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed
Yes.
adamant. Okay.
Okay, what is a pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
What, is it like dark matter? Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor, marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
What? Surrounded by pale, how do we get... Yeah.
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
Well, what does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
You over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
Oh, so she's losing her fucking mind, alright.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
We do not?
Then they don't.
Ooh.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much pale is there?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Flipping how?
What do you think, Detective? An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Sometimes get vague shadows of a past. It's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
You needn't have worried.
But I did. Anyway.
So does that mean the thing in a church is like a little speck of pale? Terrifying. Okay. The swallow, it's how it starts. It's baby pale.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
No, look up first. We're 20 meters from the very edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
Pale is only in effect a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
Well, it's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was. So it's like entropy on steroids? One day when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is one of those places. Till it starts swallowing, it's already started. Starting with sound.
And information.
It didn't form in a church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level or religious practices we've forgotten. Interesting thing, like, a lot of old religious practices were, like, very... Like, it wasn't just, like, superstition and stuff, like, Jewish thing of only eating, what's the word? Kosher food? We're not super knowledgeable. I've had this thought before, that's how I know.
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting.
One day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Yeah, that's still insane, but then again, so am I.
Yeah!
Yeah!
The universe! It will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead.
Whoa, that was a crazy sound before.
Yeah! It was awesome! And scary! Very hardcore!
Been meaning to ask, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Hair? Yeah, the pale seems pretty fascinating. You know what? We're gonna see if we have enough money to get a custom dye. We're not sure if it has any use or purpose, but you know, want it. It's just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
Because you're not in the same building as others. This isn't technically the Doom commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, this used to be a coal plant. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
No one's ever really safe.
She starts laughing.
Sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed.
Probably.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Get your dice. Totally overthinking.
You overthink it. Your hands
Wah!
won't agree what to do. The blue
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
Now let's save again, so we can try to catch the
You
die.
again.
woman tossing
Got
you
it.
a gift.
Nice.
It's the smooth moves. You movie.
Wink.
Oh, what are the odds?
Read a case file.
Half an hour.
An
to
unsolvable
together.
case.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Hell yeah, break shit.
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol.
Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you, to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Cool.
Yeah, really lame.
Saktuka stood up, passed out, and hit his head on the table and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know.
I know. It's already told me I dunked in the toilet.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
The option to sniff was there,
So you wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Girl.
To the wind.
You, saying, suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement. Away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
Down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
Looked everywhere else.
Right.
Perhaps we can climb?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim.
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
Won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
Teleport.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate.
What?
Darkness enfolds you.
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Okay, well, that's impressive, but...
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I teleported.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away...
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup.
Alright, let's find a way to let Kim in first. Okay, let's not go that way. Who's there?
What do you mean who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around.
Hi, Kim. What? We're gonna equip that right now.
This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head, and your mind tingles with all manner of socio-economic theory. Glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you like it or not, wearing this hat has made you more communist.
Hell yeah. Look, Kim, it's Comrade Mazov.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here.
It is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Tenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
I mean, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Saw them too, footprints with right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect.
Still got a date with the pigs and my gun.
We absolutely cannot skip that appointment. Consider that 100% confirmed. I fear you'll need your gun for this.
How bad do you think things could get?
We are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
Most of it?
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
Yeah, we're not ready yet. The communists and anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Really a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Anyone else get shot in the head?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Cowardly.
I prefer the term risk-averse. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did Zareth do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Side was Wild Pines group on.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
Got lucky.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
Would have sided with the king?
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too.
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Understandable.
Seriously, I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
Say nothing.
I am the vilest of the vile.
Oh.
A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Wait, what's an ultra? Ultra Whipple?
Ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
So vile?
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. I can see you thought I'd gone extinct. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight.
Alright, let's get our gun back. Also hang out and meet the communists. Oh.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
From her back,
what?
a flickering light.
And we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening.
Please identify yourself.
It's a goddamn police shitbag.
You on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Not the police, we're the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Get a badge.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Sector! Azimuth!
not a code, just disjointed words.
Gun, I'm coming.
Suicide by cop. Split-second decision. Eat lead, scumbag.
In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? These gun barrels have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this? Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Very sorry this is how your life turned out for you.
She doesn't even flinch, as...
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Maybe? Probably? You know me.
It's your hat.
Wild. There's an old catatonic lady in an old fish market on the other side of bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yeah.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this.
Get my gun.
You're fucking with me. Your gun. She had your fucking gun.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the
Damn it, Kuno.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
What's up, Gary, you
Always a pleasure to see
asshole.
officer.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Mwah.